Welcome everyone back to Mr. Weather Updates. Look at the live radar. We'll also look at the UKV, high temperature for the next 5 days, and the temperature will look at the GFS, ECM, and the UK weather for the next couple of weeks. And that will take us to the middle of August. Sorry, I'll be able to use that. I'll have to in a second. Also, I've just uploaded the extended ECMWF European outlook for about the next 46 days. So please check out the video. I just did it in the morning. Please like, share, subscribe, please, and show some support to my channel as well. Okay, if we do have a look at the, maximum temperatures for today, you can see we are, quite high today, of course, obviously, because we've had quite an intense hot spell. Obviously getting values into widely in the mid-30s in the southeast. And you can see I think the highest we're probably going to see is, I think we've seen it now. Again, we could still see a bit higher than this, but we're seeing values up to 35 Celsius, and the highest we could see, if just to verify, is 35.2. Now, we'll have to see what happens there. Perhaps that will go, if that is verified, then that will be the highest temperature, so far. And I think that's it really. Yeah, it's starting to degrees now, so probably that will be our highest temperature. Today we'll have a look at that in tomorrow's video. What day on the Met Office Daily Extremes Outlook. If you do have a look at the live radar, you can see there's a bit of rain in in the wrong areas really. Southeastern Scotland. We've got some very heavy and persistent rain actually. And that's moving in Scottish borders. It's moving, I think that's moving northeast actually. Looking at the wind speeds and direction, quite heavy, persistent rain really. That's going to be moving against that cold front, which is here. That's going to weaken as we go further, as it goes further on. Looking at the UK, the average temperature in the next 5 days, and the precipitation models as well. We are expecting a bit more precipitation, but not a substantial amount, unfortunately, in the areas we need it in. Looking over to Thursday's values, you can see, obviously, that cold front moving is going to weaken, and it's going to introduce some clouds as well, edge to cloud, basically, especially in South and the Midlands area. Otherwise, not too bad in the north, and still some scattered showers in Scotland. So yeah, I think they are overdoing the cloud a little bit, but yeah, southeastern areas could even see the odd light shower, but unfortunately it's going to be quite isolated really, a bit hazy sunshine. And then we get it clears to a clear night as well. Over to Friday, we've got some showers around in northwestern UK, Scotland and northwestern England as well. It could be quite hit and miss at times, then it clears. And it's safe for Saturday, some scattered showers possible, some sunny intervals, a bit of sunshine and showers there. Over to Sunday, looks a little bit different. We have an edge of cloud moving in, and we've got a frontal rain. We've got a system of rain moving in. Now there's a little bit of confusion on where and when this will end up, really. So we'll have to. We're not going to hold any hopes, but if it does get there, obviously it's going to be around. It's going to probably. It won't hit London very much, unfortunately. It's more western areas that are going to see this rainfall than the eastern areas. It doesn't look like a very powerful one. It's more persistent than the heavy, but could have some heavy pulses at times. Looking at temperatures, see how accurate the temperatures are for today and for Wednesday. You can see saying we would have got to around 35 Celsius, which we have. And around them areas as well, so that's quite good on the on the ECM, so being quite accurate today as well. If you have a look over to tomorrow, we're going to see quite a... why does this do this all the time? What's the point? We just skip ahead a little bit, because it's not going to let me do it now. There we go. There's quite a substantial difference in the temperatures tomorrow, due to the cold front moving in, and that's going to introduce cooler, fresher air, even for southern areas. Northwestern England, very cool. Low teens, perhaps mid-teens, which is ridiculous, really. And then we've got into England were around high teens, low 20s. So very, very cool for time of year. A little bit below average in some areas. And then after going to the southeast, we're still around average for time of year. A little bit above still in the far southwest. Southeast, sorry. And you can see widely in the mid-teens, perhaps even high 20s. Sorry, mid-20s, mid to high 20s, that's what I should say. We could see 28 Celsius in some areas. And then over to Friday. There we go. Over to Friday, you can see a very cool, a lot more comfortable temperatures for many in the southeast. And you can see here in Scotland could be in the low to mid teens. The highest we're going to see is 17 degrees in eastern Scotland. Northwestern England, we're in the mid-teens, mid to high teens basically. So we might not even see 20 Celsius there as well. So may scrape 20 Celsius though. The rest of the areas in the low to mid 20s, around average for time of year though. Here, 23, 24, maybe even I say 25 Celsius as well. Looking over to Friday, you can see quite similar temperatures really. Scotland again, mid to high teens, more like mid-teens really. Oh, sorry, low to mid-teens. 17 degrees is likely in eastern Scotland. And then northern England, northwestern England, high teens, low 20s. A little bit warmer there, 21 Celsius is the highest we could see on Saturday. And a little bit warmer in the southeast, 25, perhaps even 26 Celsius, a little bit above average there. Then over to Sunday, again a bit similar, if not a little bit warmer at times really. In south, a bit of heat wave conditions there. You can see Scotland, we're in the low to mid teens, perhaps a little bit higher in some areas. 18, perhaps even 19 degrees is possible this time. So let's get it touching a bit warmer than of recent in Scotland. And then over to into northern England, a little bit warmer there. High teens, low 20s this time, so 23 Celsius is likely in northern England, so a little bit warmer. And then the rest of areas in the south and central areas, mid, maybe locally high 20s. So it's nudging back quite up a little bit, if I'm being completely honest. But still not as extreme as today, of course. But still 27, 28, maybe even actually like 29 Celsius is likely. So on the warmer side, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that's what we're going to see on that day. If you do compare to GFS models, there's quite a few of them, you can see 12Z is... Oh, actually, I'll go on the 0Z first. So the 0Z is suggesting still high pressure dominating with a bit more of an Atlantic influence in the northwest, bringing some showers and long spells of rain on Saturday for that area, with some showers most likely really. Over to Monday, we've got a shallow low pressure system that could... At the towards next week, we could see a shallow low pressure system that could push the system up to UK, but a bit uncertain where that system's going to go. We're going to see where all the views of where this could go in a minute, but otherwise, a little bit changeable at times though. A bit of I wouldn't say a pattern change really, but we're more likely to see a bit more change conditions. Likely, if we're being completely honest, with a bit more low pressure, maybe even a northwesterly wind in mid-August, but it's very unlikely that will happen actually. Over to the 6Z run, you can see again similar enough that high pressure retreats with more of a showery low in the far north. Yeah, so yeah, a bit of a showery low there. So, and then obviously into the end of next week, we can see here, got that low pressure system again that will be drifting south at the south coast. That could be a bit of longer spells of rain possible. We'll have to see what happens. But still looking a little bit above average, but still could see some Atlantic futures at times. But I'm not really toning too much. But you know, we'll have to see. And then we've got high pressure firmly establishing itself once again, like we've seen earlier on the ECM runs. Could bring some warmer air from the south, maybe even some heat waves. We'll have to see what happens there. Similarly, on the 12Z run, we can see again high pressure retreats with a showery low in the north, so a bit of a northwesterly regime there. A low pressure, a very weak area of low pressure really. It wouldn't really give much if it was like that, so not really showing that low pressure system that showing on the UKV very much on this one. But still could be a bit a little bit changeable at times. Early August with high pressure building back in again. And then 18Z run. High pressure retreats, northwesterly wind, bit of showers, like I said. With that very weak area low pressure, which probably won't do anything if this was going to have to verify. And into middle week of August, high pressure wants to try and establish itself. We've got a deep area of low pressure there. It could be even an ex-hurricane, if I'm being honest, or cyclone. That could... I've not really seen much of this, really, but if that happened, you know, it could be quite unseasonal at times. But it's unlikely, in my opinion. Looking over to the GCM one, my favourite run. You can see here, low pressure to the north, could bring a shower regime into the end of the week. With that cold front over and then over to next week. Again, it's not really showing much of this low pressure though. It's a bit more than GFS, but not much of a sign for that low pressure system shown on the UKV. We'll have to see. Otherwise, rest of it in August looks a bit changeable at times, especially in the northwest. But it won't be completely wet or it won't be completely dry. That's what it's suggesting. UK mate, yeah, on this is the one that suggested low pressure system. For the end of the week, if I show you where that is, it's the Valley coming low, and that will bring in some longer spells of rain at times, but this is the only one that's kind of showing this. So it kind of shows it as a little bit of an outlier, but we'll have to see what happens there. So it does look a bit mixed. It won't be dry all the time. It could be a bit wet, but that signal's sort of decreasing a little bit, but compared to recent days, if I'm being honest. But again, we'll see what happens. Perhaps that'll change, as it usually does, but I wouldn't expect that wet conditions, if being completely honest. I think August is looking like a drier than average month again, before we get into autumn, basically. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.